Good morning. Hey peeps. I want to go to the farmer's market today. So I'm supposed to meet up with my little sister and a friend. And then I have to go to work after that. But we'll see what's down there. It's just at our local one in the next town. So it's kind of small, but it's really nice, and there's always like really pretty flowers and yummy pastries. So let's go see what they have. Wrapping around. I am back at home. That was an adventure today. I feel like I went on a whole road trip. Went to the farmer's market, went to work, stopped at the other little farmer's market in the town that I deliver mail in, and saw some friends, and then finished work, and now I'm back at home. And I have, gosh, what is it? I don't know, like 20 tomatoes that I need to get planted. And I'm like, silly girl, you're stressing out about planting them in the field where you'd have to weed whack and do all of this stuff. And there's garden beds here that the previous owner or whoever had established and created. Or maybe they're a little old and haven't been tended or vamped up in the past decade, but I can definitely grow in them. So instead of doing fancy landscaping, I'm going to be putting all of my cut flowers and tomatoes there. They're close to the water, they're close to my house, I can see them, and then I don't have to stress out about like weed whacking a 1/4 acre and hauling hoses out and all that stuff. So what we're gonna do today is we're going to revamp this little space. This area will hopefully one day have my maybe little greenhouse, like a little glass greenhouse. But I also want to create this space that I'm not using into a little play area. So having like a cute little play set, a sandbox, having a nice little picket fence and toys. My little boy can have a safe place to play, and then my big boys can also hang out there. Look at how sad they are. We've just gotten so much rain this past week, and they've grown really big. Drainage is just not great in those little cups. They're stressed out. Here is where we're going to plant them. This is a little border that has like weeds, a few hostas, and then more weeds. The boys, they can't get in very close to this wall with the mower, and then then it's just extra weed whacking that we have to do. So by revamping this garden bed, I'm hoping to help the boys with having to manage it because I will. And then I have a place for all of my tomatoes to go. I do have zinnias I need to get planted out as well, but I didn't bring any more cardboard home, so that will be another day. Tomatoes are just my priority today. So let's get started. It is a new day and a new side. So the other day we did the west facing side of this foundation, and now my goal is to finish up the other sides. So the east facing side, which we're going to repeat the same sort of pattern deal that I did. So tomato, zinnia, pepper, and it'll be rotated between the 3 different varieties of tomatoes that I have. The 4 different varieties of zinnia that I'm growing, and then the 2 different varieties of peppers. I don't know how well it's gonna do because I think that it gets morning sun and afternoon shade, but kind of where it's positioned in my yard is that I think it still gets quite a bit of afternoon sun as well. So we'll see how it goes. These plants just might be a little bit smaller until they're able to peek over that concrete foundation. Then the north facing side is going to be all flowers. So I'm going to attempt to dig up the hostas that are already there and fill those in with some dirt, split them up so that we can do like hosta zinnia zinnia, hosta zinnia zinnia, or maybe hosta 3 zinnias and then a hosta. I haven't decided yet. We shall see. Okay, well, might as well just get started and then I'll show you when I'm done. vocals on these songbirds, I swear. Jesus, they are so loud. Anyways, anywho, I was gonna tell you what tomatoes that I'm planting. Delicious Slicer is one of them that we started from seed in May. This is gonna be one of those big, juicy, like sandwich tomatoes. Fruits should be pretty uniform, but pretty big. So we're gonna give this a whirl. Kind of repeating the same pattern as the other side, except for I ran out of Romas. So this Roma is called Roma VF. So this is gonna be your paste ones, good for sauces. And I'm hoping that it's really yummy, but probably only grown maybe 4 varieties ever in my growing life. So I'm really trying to find tomatoes that, like our Wisconsin summers, our humidity, our short growing season, and can take what is now a full sun garden, whereas before I was working in part, almost full sun. And then the grape is the Brad's Atomic Grape that I'm really excited about. We started it from seed as well. It is a cherry, fresh picking sort of snacking tomato. And what makes it really cool is that it comes in like different colors. So there's like green with striping, purples, and kind of like a yellow, which give it that like that lab experiment sort of color and uniqueness. So I'm really excited for that one. The pattern I'm doing is tomato, zinnia, pepper, and I'm doing a white polar bear zinnia. In the next group, I'm doing a green envy zinnia. The next group will be a blushing bride zinnia. And that one, these are all started from seed. The blushing bride is one that I got off of Etsy. And it looked like it's those kind of corally light pink with little notes of like lavender and gold. So that should be a fun one. We'll see how it actually turns out, if it's like true to some of the pictures or if it's like a mixed wild card. The next zinnia I'm growing is a lemon cream. So I'm hoping that this is more on like the really like pale yellow, almost white kind of creamy colors, and not like the bright sunflower yellow, because I tend to like a more muted one. And I'm doing another polar bear and another green envy. Okay, better get these plants in the ground before they wither away. I'm getting tired, so I'm gonna wither away pretty soon, and I really want to get this wall done. Holy smokes, I'm getting beat. I got all these in. It looks like crap. But I'm just gonna trust the process. I am way too tired to even attempt to dig up these hostas, split them, then nicely organize them. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna lay down this flipping cardboard, get as many zinnias I can planted nicely. And I'm calling her a day. I'm saying good enough. Let's rock it out. That's a dang flower bed right there. I wanted to quit the whole time. And it's amazing that it kind of looks like crap, but it took a lot of work. And it was within my budget and my sweat equity that I could extend. So there you go. That's a dang flower bed. Let's go take a look at the others. I should mention the zinnias that I have planted here are in a random order of all of them. So it is the white polar bear, the pink blushing bride, The Cinderella lilac, I was surprised I actually had. I totally forgot about that one. The lemon cream and the green envy. Give our east side tomatoes and peppers and zinnias one last drink before bed. I'm not gonna lie, this side looks the raggediest. So raggedy. Sure, it'll still make me happy. It always feels like heaven's opening up whenever you see breaks in the cloud like that. They're just glowing with those rays. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, planting up these 3 lovely garden beds. That is all, folks. Good luck to you in your planting, and good day. All right, I said good day.